What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Real Talk by Jay. I know it's been a few weeks since the last video. I've been slacking, but I'm trying to get back right. So today we're going to be talking about the parable of the bags of gold. So this is found in Matthew 25, verse 14, and it goes all the way to 30. So I don't think I'm going to go that far right now, but we'll go all the way to verse 20. So I'm gonna read it. And I'm outside today because it's pretty, but these bugs flying. So if you see me do this, you know it's a bug. Again, it would be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. To one he gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags, and to another 1 bag, each according to his ability. Then he went on his journey. The man who had received 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 bags more. So also the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more. But the man who had received 1 bag went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. The man who had received 5 bags of gold brought the other 5. Master, he said, you have entrusted me with 5 bags of gold. See, I have gained 5 more. So I'm going to read 21 all the way down to 30 later. But in church, they're talking about this parable was part of the message. And whenever I was reading it before he read it, I got a revelation, and I couldn't even listen to what he had to say because I'm like, bruh, I was just writing, right. So I written down what my revelation was. So this is how I see this parable, and I was getting, never mind. I'm going to just skip that part because obviously I just told you. The man on the journey is Jesus, right? And before he goes on this journey, he gives his servants some of his wealth. This wealth represents gifts that God has given us, as well as him himself living on the inside of us. In the parable, he gives 1 bag of gold, another 2 bags, and the other 1 bag. God will give someone multiple gifts to use for his glory, a few gifts, and sometimes even 1 small gift. But the big question is, what are you going to do about it? Okay, so we're going to go back to verse 16 and 18, or summarize it. In verse 16 and 18, it talks about each man. The man with 5, he gained 5 more. The man with 2 gained 2 more. The man with 1, he hid it, and he didn't do nothing with it. So, even though we as Christians know that we have a purpose in life and that God has blessed us with gifts and talents, we oftentimes do not show or live out those gifts. The first servant was diligent with his gifts, since he used those gifts, he was able to get back the same amount of blessing in return, which will result both on earth and in heaven. And same thing for the second servant. The last servant is an example of how we as Christians can be. We may have 1 small talent or gift that we may see as something that has little to no value, when God sees it as something that is priceless. Do not hide that gift you have like the last servant in this parable did. The last servant did not understand the true value of that gold, nor did he know what to do with that gold. So he got scared and hid it. If God wanted you to hide your gifts and talents, don't you think he wouldn't have gave it to you in the first place? He not stupid. He made you so he knows exactly what you are capable of. Now, we're going to go back to verse 19. No, actually, we haven't even read 19 through 30 yet, but I'm going to read 19 through 30. Okay, Matthew 25, verse 19 through 30. After a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. The man who had I already read that. We're going to verse 21 now. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. The man with 2 bags of gold also came. Master, he said, you have trusted me with 2 bags of gold. See, I have gained 2 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness." Then the man who had received 1 bag of gold came. "Master," he said, "I knew you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown, and gather where you have not scattered seeds. So I was afraid and went out and hid your gold in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you." His master replied, "You wicked, lazy servant. So you knew that I harvest where I have not sown, and gather where I have not scattered seeds. Well then, you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers, so that when I return, I would have received it back with interest. So take the bag of gold from him and give it to the one who has 10 bags. For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. And throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth." Oof. That master was on his head for real. So, based on these verses, I see as God coming back one day to see what good we have done on earth that has helped someone come to know Christ or has experienced the love of God through the way we live our lives publicly. I also see it as God giving us little opportunities, situations, or obstacles in our life that He uses as a test to see what we will do with it. If we can never get over that hump, then He will not give us more to handle because we couldn't even handle the small things. Most of the time, God has a big blessing waiting on us, but in order to get that blessing, we must use the light, the love, the gifts and talents, whatever God has blessed us with, and use it, not hide it because we are afraid of messing up, too afraid of what people may think. You can't let nobody, when I say nobody, block you from your blessing because you worried about what they think when your blessing has nothing to do with them. Don't let people degrade you, and you don't degrade nobody, so you won't be messing up other people's blessings. And I didn't put this in my notes, but I was thinking about this, I think it was yesterday, that goes along with this. Sometimes whenever you show people that they cannot get in between you and your blessing, you could be blessing them because they may be going through the same thing you're going through. They may be allowing other people to mess up their mood, or like I said, like messing up their blessing that God has for them, that they just this close from receiving their blessing, but they're allowing someone else to get in the way. And since you put your foot down and saying, "It's not going to happen, sis," or "Bro, whatever, you're not going to block me from my blessing," then you could be encouraging them like, "Okay, I'm not going to block you from your blessing. I'm going to make sure so-and-so ain't blocking me from my blessing too." And that's just a win-win. That's a 2-for-1 deal right there. And that's all I have for today. So thank y'all for tuning in. I hope I see y'all next time. Like I said before, I know it's been a long time. I'm trying to get back right. Been super busy, but that's not an excuse. So I'm going to get back right. If y'all need to talk or have any questions, comment, like the video, or if you have an idea or something that you want me to talk about, you can put that in the comment too.